I am Thomas, and I am at the Fairview Cemetery in Westfield, New Jersey, um, to visit the grave of Whitney Houston and Bobby Kristina Brown. They're buried actually next to each other, along with Whitney Houston's father, who's buried to the two of them, next to the two of them. Whitney Houston goes without saying, without a introduction. A lot of songs you probably have already heard of, and there are the graves as we approach. Some say that they're very meager looking graves. Don't know really if that is a thing to be concerned about. But Whitney Houston was born August 9th, 1963. So when this video is coming out, it's actually her birthday. So some of the songs you might remember her from. I Have Nothing, I Will Always Love You, I Want to Dance with Somebody, When You Believe. It goes on. You might also know her. That's where I remember first seeing her, being introduced to her from The Bodyguard on the soundtrack in that. One Moment in Time, Higher Love, Run to You, Saving All My Love for You. Didn't We Almost Have It All? How Will I Know? All at Once. It's Not Right, but It's Okay. I'm Every Woman. Try It on My Own. My Love Is Your Love, which actually been remixed into a club single. Heartbreak Hotel. Exhale. Miracle. Step by Step. And she's actually known as well for probably having the best, if not one of the best, performances of the Star Spangled Banner. So her accomplishments are a mile long. Only artist to have 7 consecutive number 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 from, again, Saving My Love for You in 1985 to Where Do Broken Hearts Go, which was in 1988. And she, again, kind of crossed over into the movie industry as well. Pretty good actress. Numerous accolades as far as acting. 2 Emmy Awards. Put that in there. 16 Grammy Awards, 16 Billboard Music Awards. There's more. There's a lot of accomplishments. 28 Guinness World Records. Imagine having 28 Guinness World Records. Nonetheless, just try having one. And in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Houston, you might wondering why is she buried all the way in a town called Westfield, New Jersey. Well, she actually grew up here. She was born in Newark, New Jersey, a couple of miles away here from Westfield. Houston began singing in church as a child, became a background vocalist while in high school. She was one of the first black women ever to appear on the cover of 17 after becoming a teen model in 1981. She signed on to Arista Records at the age of 19. Her first 2 studio albums, Whitney, self-entitled Whitney Houston in 1985 and Whitney in 1987, both peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200 among the best-selling albums of all time. Her third album, how can you follow up with your first 2? Her third album, I'm Your Baby Tonight, Yielded two Billboard Hot 100 number one singles, I'm Your Baby Tonight and All the Man That I Need. She made her acting debut, which I remember her from. That's when I first kind of had my first introduction to Whitney Houston, from The Bodyguard, which was in 1992. I remember being out there in Poland at the time and seeing the cassette, The Bodyguard, and it was flying off of the shelves. Back then, just after communism disappeared and was ended in Poland, a lot of artists from the United States started appearing in Poland, and Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson were the ones that you put on the shelf one day and they were gone just as quickly as they were put on. From that soundtrack, from that movie, The Bodyguard, I Will Always Love You was probably the most prominent one. Won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, and became the best-selling physical single by a woman in music history. Grammy Award for Album of the Year as well, and it remains the best-selling soundtrack album of all time. Best-selling. So all your favorite movies that came out as far as soundtracks does not compare, does not touch Whitney Houston and The Bodyguard. Good trivia question. It goes on and on and on for Whitney Houston. Where can you go with just so much talent? She had international prominence, like I mentioned. So in that time frame of 85, probably around 85 to 86, Arista Records promoted Whitney Houston's album with 3 different singles from the album in the United States, the United Kingdom, and European countries. In the UK, the song Someone For Me, which failed to chart, was the first single, while All At Once was in such European countries as the Netherlands and Belgium, where the song reached the top 5 on the singles charts respectively. A career that spanned a very long time, and it just seems that whatever she put out just touched to gold. Very talented. Star Spangled Banner, right? If you ever go YouTube the Star Spangled Banner, Whitney Houston, you're not gonna find anything better than what she put out from there. It's considered a benchmark for singers. So this was actually during the time when it was during the war, the Persian War, that rendition took place. She donated her shares of the proceeds to the American Red Cross Gulf Crisis Fund, and it was named to the Red Cross Board of Governors. And this cemetery, by the way, it's the graves are kind of easy to find. Just you have to beware. From what I've been told, from what I've read that the family does not really want any visitors. You can still tell that people do visit the grave, or family members do visit the grave, and that usually, like when you're in the area, in the vicinity, the security kind of chases you around, chases you out of the area. I did not experience it at all. I was there for quite some time. I actually did not see any security, so I don't know if that's still the case. Maybe if that was for some period of time, but the they're actually the memorials are located pretty easy. As soon as you enter through the main gate, you stick to your right. You're gonna go around the bend, and they're just kind of look for landmarks of these bushes, full bushes. These green bushes. Don't know what you call them. It's probably around the fourth row of hedges. That's the word I'm looking for. The fourth row of hedges, and you will find it. Actually, over here, buried as well. If you're into true crime, a story that kind of made headlines years and years ago. Also, the List family grave, which is another video down the road, but it's a story that's quite a backstory to it. Whitney Houston unfortunately passed away in 2012, I believe it was. Yeah, 2012, February of 2012. Can't believe that's almost 10 years ago. She was found unresponsive in a Beverly Hills hotel. And we also, she's buried next to her daughter, Bobbi Kristina. Kind of a sad story. Very sad story. It just seems that when her mom passed away, that's when she kind of fell apart as well, and did not live actually much longer after that. She actually passed away 3 years after that, after her mom passed away. Only child of Whitney Houston. She was on the reality show Being Bobbi Brown. You might remember her from there. She apparently did want to get into, intended on becoming a singer or an actor, or kind of in the media industry like her parents. She performed with her mom various concerts, singing a cover of her mom's song "I'm Your Baby Tonight." She also played a role in Tyler Perry's TV series For Better or Worse in 2012. So she did a few things in media. It looked like she would be going on that path to doing something, whether it be singing, acting. She was only 22 years old, very, very young. Her mother, too, believe it, was 48 years old was her mom. I cannot even believe 48. I'm 42 right now, just to think, just at 48. Actually, I'm 41, approaching 42, but 48 her mom was, which was very young, 22. Sad story. If I remember correctly, I think it was in early of January of 2015. She was found unconscious there in her home in Georgia, and then she was in induced coma and eventually passed away. I believe it was sometime in March. Um, that she passed away. But there's a lot of, she was found in a tub. Actually, wait, it wasn't. The accident happened in January of 2015, and she died in hospice care in July of 2015. Although she never came out of in coma. She pretty much was in coma the whole time. And she was found just like Whitney, submerged in a bathtub. Initial autopsy found no obvious underlying cause of death and no significant injuries, end quote. And at that time, the Fulton County medical examiner said that more tests were forthcoming. Just a sad story. There were many suspicions in regards to the boyfriend, who I believe is now also dead. Also suspicion to the person that found her, who's also dead now as well. Just sad story all around. But in Westfield, here we are in Westfield, New Jersey. It's the Fairview Cemetery. These are the graves of Whitney Houston and her daughter, along with her father. So that's Bobbi Kristina Brown, and her father is buried here as well. That's Whitney Houston's father. Again, these are active graves. You can see a lot of memorabilia left here. Hope